J-Rocc has come back to you too.
What is happening in with the millions and the millions of J-Rocc fans from all over the world? You're right here with the most electrifying YouTuber in all of YouTube-tainment, the YouTube People's Champ, J-Rocc. And we got us some gameplay from an upcoming release, Second Extinction. Apparently, this is a combination of Call of Duty and Jurassic Park, if you will. But interested to see how this is going to look, seeing as how this is going to be coming out, I think, on next gen, PS5, Xbox One X. I believe that's the case. But let's check this out, shall we?
Second Extinction is a three-player cooperative shooter where there are just an absurd amount of dinosaurs running around. You guys unveiled this on the most recent sort of Microsoft Series X sort of live stream, and it's kind of showing off the power of the Series X. Everyone is extremely excited about next gen. Can you talk a little bit about some of the bells and whistles that this game is showing off on the new hardware?
Well, we're not really announcing every single detail of sort of the features we're supporting for the next gen at the moment, but obviously it gives us a lot of power, and our ultimate aim is to ensure a great silky smooth SPS experience and get more carnage onto the screen. And obviously our heritage from the Avalanche Studios group is these kind of games with crazy things going on, and that's essentially what it allows us to do, just push that and get more of that action onto the screen for players.
Now, I had to get that out of the way. Everyone always wants to talk about next gen and this time of the console generation. But let's talk about the game. This is a game where mutant dinosaurs have taken over the Earth, and humans have to sort of fight to survive. Can you give us a little sort of rundown of how humanity wound up in this horrible situation?
Reminds me of a little bit of Metro Exodus.
Well, when we join
dinosaurs.
The story, we don't really know exactly what happened. Time has moved on since the actual extinction event occurred, and some of humanity has escaped to the stars.
You don't know.
It really
You
came
make the
out
game.
of nowhere. These dinosaurs erupted out of the ground. It looked like they'd been burrowing, and it was a pretty short battle. They overwhelmed humanity, and that's where we join the story now. Is humans are starting to get together, and they want to come back to Earth from their orbital space platform and find out, who are these enemies? What do they do? Are there other survivors out there? And as we sort of move through the game, it's going to be a live product. As we sort of grow it, we're going to be adding to that story and revealing more about the dinosaurs, how they came to be, because it's a pretty unreal concept, obviously.
I'm very into it. It's an unreal concept, but it's one that I think most people can get on board with. We've got some of the sort of, these look kind of like velociraptors. We had some of them that were hurling some sort of acid. There were ones with what looked like kind of invisibility camouflage. Can you speak a little bit about the sort of different enemy variety we're going to see?
For sure. I mean, we have this idea of sort of base types of enemies, and they're different species, and then there's sort of mutations that come upon that. So our base raptor here, we wanted him to be recognizably a raptor. As you get close to them, you sort of see there's something off about them. The eyes aren't quite right. There's too many teeth. So that's the kind of like your basic mutant, and they're a horde type enemy. But then there's other sort of spin-offs of the raptors. You mentioned, like the electric raptor, which I guess we took a very loose science approach. They're not fantasy, they're not magical. So we were looking at kind of crazy things in the animal kingdom. There's kind of animals that can do camouflage, there's animals that can deliver electric shocks, and we use those as jumping off points to make our mutants. And then we do have bigger dinosaurs as well, kind of acting as our like specials, we've got a T-Rex. I mean, we have to have a T-Rex in this kind of game,
of course.
But obviously bigger and badder than your traditional T-Rex that you would see on screen.
Now, you're taking some liberties with the sort of the science side of things, which is completely okay because video games are supposed to be fun. Is there any chance we're going to see, traditionally more, more gentle herbivore dinosaurs reimagined as killing machines that we get to take on, or is it just going to be carnivores that we're pumping full of lead?
No, it's all types of dinosaurs, and we're going to be building up that roster of enemies as time goes on. Once we launch the game, we've got some really cool plans. Obviously, dinosaurs as a starting point, they're pretty awesome as it is, and then you're mutating them, and you can go pretty wild. And we have had to sort of rein ourselves back in and go, well, you know, for later we can go there. That's going too far straight away. There's a lot we can do with it, and I have to say, these are evil mutant dinosaurs, right? You say even the herbivores are mean. I mean, that was a challenge. Like, how do you make them not cute? How do you make them look really nasty? And yeah, the art team have done, and the animation team, I should say, have done an incredible job of taking something that, you know, we all know and love and think, oh, they're so cute, to make you think, no, that's not cute. That's really not nice. I don't want to come against that. Yeah, so herbivores and carnivores, they're all dangerous in Second Extinction.
I love it. I would love to continue talking about the dinosaurs, but we should probably also address the humans. Is this class based? Is everyone kind of kitting out their own character with, you know, different loadouts? Can you speak a bit about how that comes together?
Sure. So we've got at the start of the game, we've got these 4 heroes, and they are an international cast, sort of from around the world. We wanted to get across that this was an international conflict. The whole world has gone down. So we have these different characters. Now they sit within different classes, but each character has their own unique abilities as well. So there's some class aspects of certain weapons that they can use, class abilities, but then each character, it will bring its own special ability to the fight. And those classes, you know, are pretty standard fare in regard of there's a support class, there's a kind of generalist weapons class, and then there's a heavy type of class as well. But where the real fun is obviously the abilities. That's where we get to layer on something very special into the characters, and also tell a bit more about their character, because there's not a lot of storytelling, as in traditional sense, cutscenes, that kind of thing. So we wanted to get across what these people are like in the abilities that they do, and the kind of VO lines that they trigger as well. Now, you do get to load out the characters as well, so it's not all preset. So you get to choose the weapons,
Cool.
The kit that you take in, which includes grenades, but also payloads. Because you're up in space, a lot of stuff actually comes down. You'll see that in the video here. Things being shot up into space and things being sent back down again. And the payloads can be anything from a resupply to a massive airstrike. So you as your team, you want to choose what's the stuff that we bring in to the game to have a nice spread, so you can sort of work together, cooperate to deal with the dinosaur threat. And
now, can we speak a little bit about the...
sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. You were telling us.
I was just going to say there's an element of upgrading the weapons in the game as well. So each weapon has its own upgrade tree, and that's something you can sort of unlock as you go on. And
like Doom meets Dinosaurs.
And then those upgrades allow you to either specialize your weapon or make it more general. We've aimed at making, rather than adding power constantly, we're trying to go for breadth. But it's anything from sort of exotic things like fire ammunition to a buff.
Get some life, health, and strength.
And we let players sort of reconfigure the weapon. Once they've unlocked the things, they can change and adapt the weapons and try different things out for different types of missions.
Right on. Can you speak a little bit about sort of the mission structure? We saw this open up with kind of a dropship type of thing, and then everyone's sort of running around. It looks like gathering a lot of resources. Can you talk a bit about sort of the different objectives we'll have in the game?
For sure. So the hosts of the game, they pick where they're going to come in on the map. So the map has these different regions, and there's actually a dynamic element of that that we're going to talk about in the future. So is this like
a story campaign,
or is this just like sometimes they're active, sometimes they aren't, and they can see where the mission is. So they choose where we're going to enter the mission. They might want to do some optional activities on the way, or they might want to get straight into the heart of the mission, get cracking, try and get through it quickly, so they don't run out of supplies. Once they've chosen that, you get the quite cool insertion sequence, down you go, and then depending on the area you've landed in, it might be an area that has supplies, great, you can top up what you've got, or it actually might be straight into the combat and you've got dinosaurs coming at you immediately, which can be quite overwhelming, obviously. You then have your mission, often objectives that you can take out in different orders, the order that you choose to do it in, and there is these optional activities that spawn around the map as well, so players can pick to do those if they want to. Now, once they've finished what's been asked of them for the mission, then they have to extract. And here is a sort of a one-off situation that happens every mission you play. You have to get back out, so you go to one of these extraction points, you call in the dropship, and depending on how bad the area is, the sort of threat level of that area, it depends on how long the dropship's going to take to get to you, and you have to fight off the enemies for as long as possible until the dropship arrives. You can get on board and get back with all your loot and surviving.
Nice. Can you speak a little bit about the scale of the map? Because this is, I mean, it looks huge. Is it the kind of thing where that mountain over there, we could actually go all the way over there?
Yes, so obviously the Heritage, Avalanche Studios is all about these open world games, and we're not actually talking about this as an open world game. We're talking about this as a big map game, because we have units, you know, on their feet, moving around. There's no vehicles in the game apart from the dropship, and we found that actually the best sort of play experience was for a more compressed map. I mean, it's still pretty big, and you can go anywhere you like, as you would expect from this kind of game, but it's not the enormousness of other open world games out there. So yeah, we like to call it a big map game instead.
I like that. That's fair. Can you speak a little bit about when people will get their hands on it? Do you have a release window planned? Any plans for a beta or anything like that?
For sure, yeah. Well, we're not announcing the release just now, but it's going to be announced very soon. There is going to be a beta. You can actually sign up to that now on the website, which is secondextinctiongame.com, and there's a war support /war support. You can go there, and there's a cool little referral scheme. So if you get your friends to sign up, you can get some exclusive kits for your characters, exclusive skins, that kind of thing. And yeah, we really want to start engaging with the community now, get a lot of people into the beta, get their feedback, and sort of grow it together with them as time goes on.
Nice. Well, shooting mutant dinosaurs in the face is fun, but it's even more fun with friends. Thank you for talking to me about the dinosaurs. I'm looking forward to hearing more about Second Extinction later this year.
J-Rocc says this game looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun, but I'm not sure what kind of game is it. You know, is it a campaign? Is it just, you know, PV, playing versus other players? Is it, you know, multiplayer type game, like Fortnite, that sort of thing? What kind of game is this? That's what I'm curious to find out. I don't do multiplayer games, Fortnite, J-Rocc, that's just not my thing. I'm more of a solo campaign kind of guy. But that might change in the future, who knows. But I'm interested to see what kind of game this is, because it damn sure looks a lot of fun. Like Doom meets Jurassic Park, that sort of thing. It sort of gives me a vibe of Metro Exodus, where, you know, they're mutated, and, you know, you got to go out and find stuff and survive, you know, watch your back, because you don't know what's around the corner. I'm guessing there might be human enemies to interact with. I don't see why there wouldn't be, but we'll have to wait and see. Post your comments down below and let J-Rocc know what you thought of this game. What did you think of this game? Is it something you would play, something up your alley, or whatnot? And post it in the comment section down below. Also, go check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/J-Rocc the Great One. This Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing some more Doom Eternal. Alright? If you got a video you want me to check out, go to the People's Facebook page and put your request there. If I pick your video, you'll get a shout out from the Great One himself. Lastly, hit that bell so that you can be notified that it is time to be electrified. Thank you for joining J-Rocc. Until we meet again. Mamba and Gigi forever. If you smell what J-Rocc